get the shit.
Don't worry. You'll get
From the Hood, that's one of them 90s horror films that's going to stick with you for your lifetime, all right? Trust me. Clarence Williams III did a fantastic job. He was memorable. I remember having a scary dream where he's standing outside my window like, welcome to hell, motherfucker. And man, he just had the facial expressions. And remember the last video I mentioned the music? The music was on point in this video, all right? Tales from the Hood, the 95 version, all right? Not the updated 2018 version, because that shit, we're not going to mention that cringy, crappy, bad-written story, but David Keith, he was a good storyteller. Anywho, that's neither here nor there. We're talking about the 95 Tales from the Hood version. You know, Spike Lee, you know, Rusty Cundiff. Look them up if you don't know who they is. Poetic Justice. Boyz in the Hood, Dave Chappelle, look them up, all right? Quick bio on them. Anywho, Tales from the Hood, 95. Let's start with the first story, all right? The police brutality. This one revolves around police brutality amongst black people and how corrupt police are, all right? So this follows our young black cop, all right? And he regrets not telling on these white cops that beat this man and killed him, right? The man comes back as a zombie. He leads them to his grave. He comes back as a zombie and kills them with crackhead needles and heroin needles, and I don't know. I really can't explain it. It was some scary scenes in this story though. Like the zombie popping up out of nowhere and following them, and just check it out. All right, check it out. This is why this movie is Day 6, because it relates to 2020 so much. You can tell. All right, so I definitely recommend it. Second story, all right? Second story in this anthology film was about in-home abuse. And the biggest thing to me was David Alan Grier was a monster, okay? This kid, he had magical powers, right? He'd draw a picture and he could rip up the picture, or he'd crumble up the picture and your bones would start breaking and your body would start twisting and messed up. But that's not the thing that blew my mind about this story. This story had David Alan Grier as the monster, or the bad stepfather, and he would come home karate chopping, doing karate moves on the little kid. About 12, 13-year-old kid and the mama, just bloody mouth, just came in, shut up, bitch, I was like, David Alan Grier, I didn't know you had it in you, man. What is going on? Man. Funny stuff, man. I did not expect that from David Alan Grier, man. And then the emphasis that he put on bitch, it was just so wonderful. I'm like, wow. Anyway, third story was about reparations, all right? And this guy, he resembles, you see this story and you're going to definitely say this relates to 2020, because he will remind you of Trump or Biden, I guarantee it, calling people nappy-headed black bastards, and he was just having his way, man. And I don't know what it is about racist white people, but they are obsessed with black people's genitalia. But I don't know, man. This story was about this guy, and it was about reparations. He bought this house that a bunch of slaves was murdered in. His ancestors murdered a whole bunch of slaves, and he was trying to explain to these little puppets. Everybody remember the little puppet scenes, running up on them and biting them and stabbing them. Shit was scary. That will leave a mark on your brain as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, that was a good story. Check that one out, all right? And the fourth and final one was about gang violence, all right? And I don't know about your city, but in St. Louis, there's 200 plus deaths right now. And if you remember this scene, they put him in a cell. It wasn't just about locking a nigga up and throwing away the key. They had a reform scene where they put this guy in here and they set him right next to a Klansman on purpose, right? And then the Klansman, he telling them, "Oh, you all right with me, nigga? What was the color of the fellas that you killed?" And he ain't have nothing to say because they was black. And the Klansman was like, "Well, you all right with me, nigga? You all right with me?" He had a tattoo saying "nigger killer" and a knife and everything. Like, you all right with me? You kill niggas too? And like, if that doesn't speak, I'm pretty sure that it did speak to people back then. But I think people need to revisit this movie. That's why this movie is Day 6, Tales from the Hood, the 95 version. All right. Spike Lee did a wonderful job. Clarence Williams III did a wonderful job. The music, the acting, perfect horror film. And it is something to remember, all right? So check it out. This is Day 6 of 31 Days of Horror with your boy, Beautiful B. Thanks for tuning in. And welcome to hell, motherfucker!